Everyone always says Alex Dunphy is the one who turned out fine. The smart one, the safe one, the kid you don't have to worry about. While Haley was crashing cars and Luke was gluing his hand to his face, Alex was in the corner reading, getting straight A's. Going to Caltech, the success story, the proof that the Dunphys did something right. But what if I told you that Alex isn't the kid who turned out fine? She's the kid the family quietly broke, and they broke her not by being cruel, but by being relieved. Relieved that one of their 3 children never seemed to need anything, and it's not even close. Welcome back. Pull up a seat at the kitchen table because today we need to talk about the most overlooked person in that entire house. Not by the writers, by her own family. And here's the thing most people miss. Alex's breakdown didn't start at Caltech. It started years earlier in a kitchen full of people who loved her and somehow never saw her. Let me show you. Start with the math of that household. 3 kids, 2 parents, and a fixed amount of attention. Haley takes a third just by existing. Every boyfriend, every bad decision, every crisis pulls Claire and Phil straight to her. Luke takes another third because Luke is one unsupervised afternoon away from a trip to the emergency room. So what's left for the middle kid? Whatever's still on the table after the other 2 are done eating. And Alex learned that early. Watch how she operates in almost any family scene. She's not asking for help, she's giving it. She's the one reminding her parents about the appointment they forgot. She's the one who already did the thing nobody asked her to do. She's 11, 12 years old, and she's functioning like a third adult in a house that already has 2. Most people watch that and think, wow, what a capable kid. I watch it and think, who is taking care of her? Because here's what nobody in that family ever stopped to ask. They built an entire story around Alex. And the story was, Alex is fine. Alex doesn't need us. Alex has got it handled. And once a family decides that about a child, something dangerous happens. Every time she succeeds, it confirms the story. Every A, every award, every I'm okay, Mom, it all just feeds the belief that she's the one who requires nothing. So the attention keeps flowing toward the fires, and Alex becomes the kid who only gets noticed when she's useful. Think about what that does to a person. If the only time anyone really looks at you is when you achieve something, then achievement stops being a choice. It becomes oxygen. It becomes the price of being seen at your own kitchen table. And that brings me to the moment that should have been her happiest and was actually one of her loneliest. Valedictorian. Top of her class. The single highest academic honor a high school can hand a teenager. Alex earns it. And watch the family around her. They're proud, sure, but they're also distracted, half present, more worried about everything else swirling around them than about the daughter standing at the top of the mountain alone. She gives the speech. She wins. And the win lands in a strange, quiet way, because deep down she already knew the secret. Nobody says out loud. Being the best was never going to make them treat her like she mattered as much as the kids who struggled. The struggling kids got their love for free. Alex had to keep earning hers. That's the scar forming. You just can't see it yet because she's smiling in a cap and gown. And then the show does something I genuinely did not expect from a sitcom. It lets her crack because eventually Alex starts seeing a therapist. The high achiever, the rock, the one who never needed anything. She hits a wall and finally admits she is not okay. And here's the part that breaks my brain. When that comes out, her family is blindsided. Stunned. They had no idea. How do you not know your own daughter is drowning? You don't know because you spent 18 years telling yourselves a story where she couldn't be. They optimized her out of their worry. They loved her so efficiently that they stopped checking on her at all. And what does Alex say, basically, when it all comes pouring out? That she's exhausted, that she's been holding everything together for so long she doesn't know how to stop, that somewhere along the way, I'm fine, stopped being true and just became the thing she said so nobody would have to deal with her. That's not comedy. That is a kid quietly explaining that she taught herself to disappear so she wouldn't be a burden. And the laugh track moves on, but that line should stop you cold. Now here's where it gets even sadder because what happens next gets played for laughs too. Alex goes through her little rebellion, the streak of colour in her hair, the free-spirited boyfriend her mother can't quite figure out, the sudden urge to loosen up, party a little, Be reckless for once. And the family treats it like a phase, like Alex finally getting a personality. But look closer. That's not a girl going wild. That's a girl who spent her whole life being valued for exactly one thing. Her brain desperately reaching for any version of herself that might get loved for something else. She's testing it. If I'm not the smart one, am I still anything to you? The dyed hair isn't rebellion. It's a question, and nobody in that house ever hears the question because they're too busy being amused that Alex got a boyfriend. And the cruelest part of the whole thing, it works exactly the way her childhood trained it to. Because in the end, Alex goes right back to the one move that ever got her noticed. She picks the achievement. The big job, the brilliant career, the impressive guy, the path that proves she's the smartest person in the room. She rebuilds her whole identity on the exact foundation that hollowed her out in the first place, because it's the only language her family ever rewarded. They taught her that love is something you earn by being impressive. So of course she grows up into a woman who can't stop being impressive long enough to just be okay. She didn't escape the pattern, she graduated from it. And I think that's what gets me most about Alex Dunphy. And it's why I had to make this video. She wasn't broken by a villain. There's no monster in this story. Her parents weren't abusive, they weren't absent, they genuinely loved her. That's what makes it so quietly devastating. Alex got broken by love that assumed she didn't need any. By a family so warm it never occurred to them that their easiest kid was the one most in trouble. Because here's the truth nobody wants to admit about big, loving families. The most dangerous place to stand isn't the kid who's always in crisis. It's the kid you decided you'd never have to worry about. The one who's fine. The one who handles it. The one who learned that the only way to belong was to ask for nothing and produce everything. Go back and watch that very first kitchen scene now with all of this in your head. The capable little girl reminding the grown-ups what they forgot, taking care of everyone, asking for nothing. Everyone in that room saw a kid who had it together, and nobody saw the kid who was holding it together because no one else would, until she finally couldn't, and they were shocked to find out she was a person the whole time. So let me ask you what I can't stop thinking about. Was Alex Dunphy actually the success of that family, or was she the one who paid for everyone else's chaos with her own childhood? Because I know which sibling she is in your family. There's always an Alex. The one everybody says is fine. Maybe go check on them. Drop your take in the comments. I read every single one, and I want to know if you saw this the way I did, or if you think I'm being too hard on Phil and Claire. And if you want more of these, the ones that change how you see a show you thought you already knew, pull up a chair and subscribe. Stay with me at the table. We've got the whole Dunphy Pritchett family to get through, and trust me, it only gets sadder from here.